Hey guys, how you doing? Today we are scarifying this lawn. Okay, it's got some good colour, but it is very, very spongy. And the back, there's something good about the back. I want you to come and have a look. Ah, look at this. I know it's not like landscaped or super pretty because it's quite overgrown, but there were horses in here last year and they kept it all down. But the view, there's something about the view. And wherever I go, whenever there's views like this, it really connects with me on a deep level. And I love it. I need to get myself a house with a view. I really do. When I was a kid, I used to go to the top of hills and just sit there, and I'd sit out for hours. And I also enjoy going to the beach and just gazing out. It's very relaxing. Anyway, let's crack on. So, again, we've got the lawn. It's looking well at the minute because it's the time of the year. It's had plenty of rain. Now, we've had some rain overnight, but it's not too bad. It's not too wet and boggy. It is wet, but it's not wet and boggy. So we're going to scarify, and we've got permission to put the waste just over the fence there. So let's crack on. So we're going over on a number 1, which is the highest setting. We always start off light. We'll go over, see what it looks like, and then we can lower it down if needs be. But we'll just be going over it until we've got all the thatch out, and then we'll do the front. Now I lift the back flap up because it helps all the thatch to come out nice and evenly out the back instead of bump, bump, bump and going over big lumps of thatch. Yeah, so that is putting grooves in. Because it is a little bit wet, it is just sinking in a bit. But we can still do it. We've still got the lines. All we do, we'll go over nice and lightly, and then we'll go over in a different direction. And if we need to, we'll go over a third time on another direction until we've taken out the desired amount. Like I said to you a couple of moments ago, it is quite a wet day today. You don't have to do yours on a wet day. You can wait and pick and choose the days when it's nice and dry and the ground's nice and firm. This is firm enough, but it's not the most ideal. But that is what we're up against as lawn care businesses, and been doing it this way for years and years, and they all come back. They all come back just fine. So it's all about being careful. So I'm on the highest setting, which is number 1 there, okay? And I'm going to go again now on another high setting in another direction, so we're not digging in too deep and churning things up. So we're taking it nice and easy and just being careful when we turn around. Right, so that is now all done. As you can see, there's quite a bit what's come out of there. Now when you walk on it, it's a lot firmer underfoot. Now there's still some moss hanging around, but that moss is not a problem. The main thing is thinning out the thatch. Now the thatch is what builds up over a period of time. So as you can imagine with your lawn, some grasses produce a lot more thatch than others. And basically it builds up like a sponge on top of your ground. When it rains, it just tends to hold the water and not letting much water drip through. So then the grass becomes weaker because it's not getting the amount of water that it needs. And a bit, also the other thing it gives you is fungal issues, disease in the lawn. Because you know when you get athlete's foot, it's hot and sweaty between your toes. It's the same in the lawn. You've got that spongy layer, and that's got water in it, moisture, and then you get the heat in late summer. So it creates the perfect breeding ground, which is hot and humid weather. So it's really important to keep that thatch layer down. Scarify your lawn every year or twice a year. When you do it regular, it doesn't look too bad and it comes back a lot faster. When you don't do it very often, a lot of material comes out, it looks rougher and takes longer to recover. So try and keep on top of it. A couple of times a year will be absolutely perfect. So you've got your ground there, and then you've got your blades of grass on top. Now when you get your Scarifier, you've got your little blades. So you put them in, and they're just scratching the surface of the soil. And you can do this with a metal springbok rake, and you rake. And it drags out some of the thatch. And that then allows air, rain and nutrients to get down to where it needs to be, to the soil, and then hopefully get down into the ground. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get this cleared up and then we'll get the front done. Okay, so that's all done. We've scarified it twice. We've taken enough out, we've exposed the soil, we've thinned out the thatch. This is going to improve. Now you could put some more iron on if you want to afterwards to stop those spores from spreading and to stop a re-emergence of moss. But I'm 50-50, and the reason I'm 50-50 is because we're at the point now where it's getting warmer and moss likes cold and damp and wet. Okay, as it gets warmer, things are going to dry out, so it's not going to be as damp. So the grass is going to start to thrive a bit, and the grass and moss compete for the same space. So it's up to you. You can put some moss on to stop those bits of moss from getting any worse. It won't harm at all. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions or comments, please pop them down there in the comment section below. That's what I'm here for, to help you with your lawn. If you've enjoyed it, one of them would be amazing, and feel free to subscribe if you want to. And I'm just going to take a minute and just gaze out. They were going to be building some houses, but it's now been stopped. So the customer gets to enjoy this view for many more years. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.